just waste the entire 100. So let's do it now. Let me share my screen here. I just did a search for product manager San Francisco. TikTok came up. I'm not a huge fan because of their lack of work-life balance, but we're going to go with it. Senior product manager onboarding experience. Let's look at it. And so how I would do this manually is read the whole thing and then look through responsibilities, qualifications, and preferred qualifications, and try to figure out what the hiring manager was actually thinking when they put this job description together, or when they, again, prompted their favorite LLM to put this job description together. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take all of this, and then we're going to, hang on a second, we're going to put it into our prompt. And the prompt that we're using, I will give you my baseline product management job description. What we're looking for is extract the top 3 to 5 non-generic. Ignore vague terms like team player or excellent communicator, right? We cannot map for that. And people make a ton of mistakes when they think they have to hit every single element in the job description, and they're like using AI to actually create a bullet that speaks the language of the job description, which is ridiculous because you're basically solving it for another AI. But I need you to solve it for the human in the loop, but leverage AI to do it. So get rid of, ignore team player, excellent communicator, ignore standard PM job requirements, responsibilities. Focus on unique elements that the hiring manager is likely specifically looking for in an ideal candidate. Rewrite my summary. That's our focus, to highlight quantified impact that proves those must-haves or adjacent areas. Now, one thing to note here is that we are trying to keep our AI as honest as possible. But as you know, things happen. So it's going to be on you to sanity check this stuff and make sure that it doesn't just make things up. Because sometimes my solution for this is I recommend to apply for a role if you personally think you're at least a 50% overlap with what the role actually calls for. That way you're never going to be in a situation where your AI actually needs to make things up for you.
Love it.
Again, we're going to use the same bullet style. We're really going to return only the updated summary and revised bullet list for the most recent 1 to 2 roles. Remember, we're not rewriting the whole resume. We're just focusing on the top half page. So our AI is only going to revise our summary and the bullet list of our top 1 or 2 roles. We then paste the baseline product management resume and the job description. And let's do it now, because we love doing things. Here we go. Okay, I will give you paste baseline resume. Let me pull that. I'm just going to show you the full prompt when we're done. All right, so this is the prompt. This is our prompt, right? I'll give you my baseline resume. Here's my baseline resume, and I gave it the baseline. And then here are the job description. Here's the job description. Then we copied and pasted everything from there. And here's what we got. The top 5 non-generic must-haves: account infrastructure and scalability, owning and improving account systems, so identity authentication, data model reliability, okay, cross-functional orchestration. So this ordinarily I would throw into the general PM skills, but because you're aligning infra application and policy stakeholders, I will allow it. And then technical depth and platform level growth. So we got large ecosystems, right? TikTok, that makes a lot of sense. And then managing PMs or leading multi-team. So large cross-functional growth, large cross-functional teams rather. All right. So how do we update our summary? We got group PM, 10 years driving global platform growth, reliability across ads, privacy, and app ecosystems. That's basically it. Like in my case, of course, it was a little bit easier because I have the experience, but we basically give it exactly what the recruiter wants right up front. The thing that we would add to this is Google. So the word, if you have recognizable companies, we would add to that. For instance, like X Google, comma X Google here. Led cross-org initiatives improving account security, data access compliance for 2 billion users, scaling ad platform revenue 50% year over year to 3.5 billion. So actually, I'm not a big fan of saying proven record, but we would leave building PM orgs and infrastructure, and we would add an additional impact here of how many people I actually led, or how many cross-functional people if you didn't lead an actual PM team. So this would be, what are we trying to do? We're trying to just hook the reader, and the reader is our recruiter who's looking for these things. What do they say is their preferred qualifications? Let's sanity check it now. Experience in building and growing diverse content products, experience in enterprise level platform.